So former Packer Greg Jennings was on the Carton Show on Fox Sports talking about Jordan Love and whether he earned a big-time contract extension. I've not yet watched this clip, so let's listen to it, and then I will give my thoughts.
I don't care how they started. That's the defining
You're completely
play.
wrong on this
Yeah.
one.
Okay, good.
You're
Shoot your
completely
shot.
wrong on this one. When you look at Jordan Love and what was out in front of him to start the season,
Yeah.
no one believed, this Green Bay Packer team is a playoff team.
By the way, the
they're going
Packers
to make the
starting
playoffs.
was-
And, matter of fact, they're going to beat one of the best teams in the conference on their home turf where they do not lose, and they're going to do it in a fashion of which we hadn't seen. Jordan Love was he was the one that was out front in all of that. Another thing I will add, when you add wins and growth,
Yes.
that means something's working and
yeah.
it's under center. Jordan Love proved time and time again. And I was a doubter in terms of the wild card weekend. I didn't believe that they were going to go down as a team and do what they did.
What are we doing?
But Jordan Love was special.
Are we giving out $200 million contracts?
No,
With the 500
you just sat
quarterbacks?
here and talked about what Baker did for the Bucs. You talk about what this man is doing for the Green Bay Packers with that young receiver core with Jaden Reed and Dobbs and all those guys. You have, if you're the Packers, you walk off that field saying like, man, we coming to get everything next year.
That's great, but you don't give him a contract.
Right.
Why not?
I think you're both right, Greg. He played great. He did show growth. He got the wins. He got to do the playoffs. He got a playoff win against the Cowboys. It was amazing. But we don't have to give him a new contract.
By the way,
We're not talking about what you have to do.
But don't act like he's not
but
worthy of
he's
it.
going to get a contract.
After
he's
going
going to get $10.5 million next year and not a nickel more. Because if I go back to the war room and I'm Guten Stringer and Mark Murphy, what am I saying? Kid had a good year, but he cost us a playoff game. I don't trust him 100%.
No,
That's what they're saying right now. Trust me. That's what they're saying.
I believe that he'll start the year off with the contract that he's under right now. But he's going to work himself into a deal.
He's going to have the opportunity to. But the question to us
He's already done it.
What question? How do you have any questions?
Do you give him a big contract?
The question was, do you give him a big contract? The answer is no.
Why not?
Because he was a 500 quarterback.
He started off 2-5 and turned the whole season around, put the whole team on his back.
Do you think the Giants don't regret giving Daniel Jones a big contract after
You guys are 9-8 this year and barely got into the playoffs.
And whooped Dallas in Dallas.
Fair enough. And then why did they lose?
And should have won this one.
Okay, great. Should have. Why didn't they win the game?
Kicker.
Or the kicker, right. There you go.
You had
I was
talking about that one play. Like that was the only play in the whole game. The kicker missed a kick.
And if Savage grabs the ball and gets a pick, that's a different
But I
ball.
love when you guys go out of your way to make excuses for people you like. I love that about you guys.
Okay, so that was the clip. It was a lot of the guy, Carton, I think his name is, Jennings, sort of defending Jordan Love. But my thoughts on that, with Jordan Love and a contract extension. This idea that they were portraying there, that somehow, because Love threw an interception to end the game against the Niners, even after, for the previous 9 games, throwing 21 touchdowns, 1 interception, this idea that Brian Gutekunst is sitting there thinking, oh, we're not going to give, Love doesn't deserve a contract because he blew the game at the end. Brian Gutekunst is not thinking that. I think that Jordan Love has 100% earned himself a huge, massive contract. He deserves it 100%. And there was even a report recently from Ian Rappaport that a new big contract extension is expected to happen for Jordan Love. And I do not think that we get to the start of the season without Jordan Love having a new contract, because he is currently under contract for next season for about $11 million. And I think that Love starting on a contract and then waiting until next season, I don't think it's going to happen. I do not agree with those guys. Jennings seemed to be more so defending Jordan Love and that he is the guy, and there's no doubt he is. And if you look back to Aaron Rodgers when he got his first contract, he got it after about 8 games midway through the season, and he became the 4th highest paid quarterback in the NFL. And that's before Rodgers even took the Packers to the playoffs. That first season, the Packers were sold on Rodgers midway through the season. They didn't even make the playoffs. And so the fact that Jordan Love not only had a pretty much identical season stat-wise to Aaron Rodgers' first season, but that he also took them to the playoffs first off, and then beat the Dallas Cowboys in wild fashion, and then almost beat the San Francisco 49ers, Jordan Love, in my opinion, is not going to make less than $50 million a year. I think that's what he has earned, and I honestly would not be shocked if he became the highest paid quarterback in the league, because the way it works with these NFL QB contracts, so often these guys who are top tier, they pass each other up with new big contracts. You looked at last season, here's a chart of all the quarterbacks right now when it comes to how much they're making per year. You got Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson passes him, Justin Herbert passes him, Joe Burrow passes him, And when you look at Jordan Love, how he progressed, how he developed, how he played the final stretch of the season, he is in the, I think he's better than Jalen Hurts. And you could have arguments about Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, those kind of guys. He has played himself into that level, in my opinion. And so I think that he's going to make at least $50 million a year. And I do not think Daniel Jones is a good comparison to Jordan Love after, with the Giants giving him $40 million last year. I think he is so much better than Daniel Jones. It's a completely different scenario. Daniel Jones is nowhere near the talent of Jordan Love. And so the fact that Daniel Jones made $40 million, and then the Giants after the season are like, maybe that was a bad idea. The same thing is not going to happen with Jordan Love. He is going to get the money, and he is going to still be a top-tier quarterback next season, in my opinion. And so, as I said, I think he'll make over $50 million a year, and I think it just comes down to, the contract negotiation between the Packers and Brian Gutekunst and Jordan Love and his agent or whoever's, negotiating the contract for him. And one interesting tidbit is that the Packers cannot give him an extension until after May because he already signed an extension last May, and you can't sign a new contract extension until a year has passed. So if there is going to be a contract extension, which I expect there to be, it's not going to happen until May. So the next few months, we're not going to see anything, about a new kind of contract getting finalized. Now, for the Packers, it would be nice if Jordan Love would be fine playing on his contract next season. It would definitely be cheaper for them next year. But I think when it comes to these quarterbacks, especially a young guy like Jordan Love, he should 100% get his money before next season, in my opinion. He's earned it, and I believe that he's clearly the guy here in Green Bay, so you might as well pay him as soon as possible, because if you wait until after next season starts, there's going to be so many other quarterbacks that get new contracts, or at least some, and you don't want to have to pay even more once all those guys make a lot more money. So, in my opinion, Love has earned it. He's going to make a ton of money, and it could be a little more challenging as he makes more money because, it's easier to build teams around guys on rookie contracts, but lots of teams still do it. We had to do it with Rodgers for years and years and years, and it helps a lot that this Packers team has, all their receivers on rookie deals, and so that's going to be a very cheap room for a while, and it will be nice to sort of offset Jordan Love and whatever massive contract he gets going forward. So those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time.